we're going to head up probably one of the arguably most iconic scrambles of North Wales, the North Ridge of Tryfan. And is this just incredible sort of rocky buttress that sticks out amongst the valley, and the North Ridge goes straight up the main spine of that mountain. I think the incredible thing about the North Ridge of Tryfan is that its accessibility is ridiculous. You literally go through a gate at the bottom and you're on it. There's like some steps that go up against a wall and then you're in the starting boulder field. Whoa, that caterpillar, flipping massive. Tough day at the office today. Got a new Deuter guide pack to come and test. It's been terrible. We've had to get up really early on a pretty nice day and come up the North Face of Tryfan, because obviously it's one of the best places in Wales to test nice 30-litre scrambling packs. Be careful, don't you, going through that first little boulder field, that you don't tie yourself in knots getting lost. It's not tricky underfoot, but I sort of feel like you could go down loads of dead-end paths. You sort of just have to keep looking up, don't you, where you're going. Also, once you're above it, you can always see the perfect line. Bit of a distinct change to scree underfoot after that boulder field. You know, the one thing I like about this pack is that it's just so evenly distributed on your back. You'd look at it and you're like, oh, it's not that sort of super lightweight alpine pack, but it just carries so well. Like, the straps are just really well fitted and have just really nice padding in them, and the hip belt just seems to sit in the right place. And I've literally not thought about any of that stuff until I've just thought about it. In general, the route finding should be straightforward because you're following one of the main ridges of Tryfan. But there's actually a lot of variations and a lot of complications, so you just need to have your wits around you. Having a friend to speak to and make good decisions about is pretty useful. Reading a guidebook on a regular basis and making sure that you keep track of roughly where you are and you know the features that you've got coming up. Oh, we're getting on the ridge proper. Quite intricate, aren't they, some of these sections? Like, we've just woven through sort of all these broken paths and scrambled, and then we've ended up in a bigger area, and then I've just spotted a cairn. You could end up sort of going off if you don't keep looking up and basically spotting your points. On that note, oh, the famous Tryfan Cannon, which is actually a little bit nerve-wracking to go to the end. Woo. Oh, I feel like I want to do some like Napoleon style pose. Oh, that would be a Napoleon, wouldn't it? You know, the one thing I actually quite like about this pack is Deuter on these guides, and they've done it for a few generations, do this like J-zip, which is just really useful. And when you want to get your lunch out, like I do right now, you can get into it, but all the other stuff doesn't fall out, and other J-zips I've used, just everything just seems to fall out of them. But these guides, they've been good at this for a few generations, and this is sort of the same again, really. Getting a bit nippy. Sometimes it can be really easy to get caught up in the technicalities of scrambling and have like a really focused in bubble. But the good thing about the North Ridge is that you do have time to stop and appreciate
where that mountain is and where it sits within the landscape.
So it's worth checking the guide, isn't it? Because it's quite well worn and quite easy in some places, but it does get a little bit complex in other places. And I think we're entering this North Tower area. So then we've got some decisions to make. We can either scoot around it on the variation, or we can sort of go direct. I reckon we should go direct.
If you have the skills to do something like the North Ridge of Tryfan, it almost just elevates your whole experience of the national park.
Nice, isn't it? This like top bit, you can sort of pick your routes and find little challenges to do. But you do have to be careful. You might end up too challenged if you're not on it. But it's great. I'm a load of fun. Oh. Ooh, footwork, footwork. Oh. Oh, I think we're almost there, Nick. Come on. We've made it. There's only one thing left to do.
One of the main aims of today was actually to take this Deuter guide pack for a full test ride and just sort of really understand some of the features in this new version. It has a full fabric update, just making the whole pack a lot lighter. And this fabric is now a little bit more water resistant and moisture resistant and abrasion resistant than the last version. Which means that in places like here on Tryfan, when you scramble up those gullies or get caught by the clag and the cloud, you actually don't have to worry about abrasion or wear too much. For me, the standout thing about this guide pack is firstly how easy it is to load. I know that seems like a really silly thing to talk about, but actually the entrance hole and getting things like ropes and harnesses and carabiners just into the entrance is much easier than some other mountain rucksacks that I've had. The floating lid system can be really annoying on other mountain packs, but I really like Deuter's floating lid system. This can also just be removed and turned it into just a straightforward 30-litre alpine rucksack. And then Deuter really have done an amazing job with the back system on these guides. They're just very supportive, very padded, and you just forget about it. You don't need to keep adjusting it, you don't worry about it, it just seems to hold load really stably. I think the biggest summary from this is that Deuter have produced another really good version of the guide, and it's a rucksack that I think all the UKC staff will probably continue to use in the future.